Excuse me.
Viking is asking, any update on the new moderator applications? Well, I got 5 people who are possibly in the running for, being a new moderator. Now, being a mod in my stream chat is not a very daunting task, alright? If you guys haven't noticed, I don't usually get too much nonsense in here anymore. Like, at one point when I first started streaming years and years ago, I did. But right now, it's not that bad anymore. Typically, it just is, Typically, it's usually the regulars, right? When I do a new release, usually for a day or two, we get a new influx of people, right? So, I don't know. Not a big deal to me. I mean, like I said, if we need it, if I do notice, oh no, this week, because we're playing new games and there's a lot of nonsense going on, then I'll probably contact those people sooner rather than later, alright? But yeah, so there is a possibility we'll have a couple new mods.
It's okay if people want to come in and troll when I'm failing or whatever. That's one thing. I really don't care if someone comes in and insults me and says that I'm terrible at the game or whatever. Who cares?
What I don't like, people come in here saying really just personally nasty stuff to each other or me. It doesn't even matter if it's me or someone else. That shit has no place in a stream chat. Why would you come in and just start personally, like, rattling off insults to people? You know, I think people have seen that in the past few months. I've been a lot more lax with the stream chat, too, you know? Like, there are some people, let's face it, there are some people who are known to, from time to time, be nasty to me or be critics of... I say critic, and you know what I mean when I say that. Critics of mine, and...
I kind of let them back into the chat because they've been behaving. You know, if you're gonna come in and be nice and behave and you're here to have fun just like everyone else, I don't care who you are.
I don't really hold a grudge. I'll be honest. The only people I really hold a grudge against are people who have actually like tried to really hurt me. When I changed my streaming style in early March to have these pop-up notifications on screen and thank you shout-outs and talking with the stream chat and everything, when I first started,
I lost about 300 subscribers on DsPgaming, okay? There's people who can't accept change. They want things to be the same forever.
Regardless of the fact that they don't understand or listen, that I can't do it like that anymore. I cannot do isolated playthroughs with no interaction with my stream. I can't ignore the stream anymore because I need to find an alternate source of income. I need to make it a different kind of product so that you guys who are here live on stream enjoy yourselves more and you'll cheer and you'll sub to the channel and you'll tip me and all that.
Whoa, what is this?
Well, if this is real, I'm always skeptical when stuff like this happens.
I just got a $200 tip, supposedly.
From someone called FFS. And it says, here, give some money to the friendly debt collectors. Well, the good news is, I don't have debt collectors coming after me yet. But I might if I can't get through the next few weeks.
So thank you, FFS. Holy shit, man. If that's legit, that is an awesome tip.
Pow Pow Fresh says, I'll buy a shirt if you play Outlast 2 instead of this. Outlast 2 is not out yet. Those who are playing it early is because they got review copies, which I did not get. So, I can't play it until tomorrow. Trust me, if I had Outlast 2, I'd be playing it. I can't. Yes, Golden Colts, people are playing it because they all have the early or advanced review copies because, for whatever reason, these game companies feel the need to send out review copies to people. And, like, they think that that's going to help them or something. I completely disagree with the advanced review copy process. I don't see the point of it. I think that everyone should get the games on release. Everyone should be forced to go out and buy the fucking games for themselves on release day.
No one should be getting the games for free regardless.
And we should all play it at once. And people should actually have some self-control to not run out and buy a game on release day without even knowing if the game's any good.
You know, have some actual maturity and self-control for yourself.
Instead of blaming the game developers or blaming these media outlets for not reviewing the game early, how about you just hold back for a day? So everyone can play it, and then you'll get reviews from people who actually bought the game and played it with their hard-earned money, and then you'll know if you want to get the game or not. There's no reason for advanced review copies anymore. That whole system is massively outdated, and it was made for a media system that needed that lead time, those extra weeks, to review the game so they could have a print copy of the review come out on release day for a movie or a game. It's not needed anymore. We're in a digital era. But we haven't gotten out of this outdated fucking model for some reason. And you know, there's people that say, well, Phil, haven't you taken early review copies?
Of course. Because I gotta be competitive. That's the problem. If no one got early review copies, I would never take one. Seriously, I would never take an early copy of a game unless I had to.
You know, the big one everyone references is how last year Dark Souls 3, right? That I got Dark Souls 3 early, and I played it early, and, you know, how could I say I'm against early copies when I got the game early through the Japanese Xbox Live store? But the thing is, everyone else was playing the game already. I actually played it slower than everyone else.
If I didn't do that, I would have lost a significant amount of viewership on the playthrough to the point where it would have hurt my business.
Because I wasn't one of the ones who ran in to play the game early. That's the problem, is that now it's not about fun anymore. It's not, for these people who do this for a living, for most of these people, I hate to say it, especially the big ones, the big YouTube gamers.
They're not doing it anymore for fun. They're not doing it because it's a fun hobby. They're doing it because they can make tons of money doing it.
So any advantage they can get, it's a cutthroat thing, right? I don't care how many people I hurt. I don't care, you know, as long as I get the early advantage and I get out the videos first or the stream first and I make the big bucks doing it, that's all they care about. That's why they're getting this stuff early. I would never accept an early copy if no one else got them either. If it didn't mean that I would have to do it in order to save my playthrough or get, you know what I mean? To allow me to keep doing this as a job, I would never do it. But the bottom line is that so many people are getting stuff early now.
If I could get something early, obviously I have to take that advantage.
I'd like to keep doing this as a job versus, that's the other thing too you gotta understand.
I do it to keep doing this for a living so that I can pay my bills and, you know, make ends meet and keep doing stuff the way that I do it. They're doing it so they can get that little bonus cash. These big YouTubers getting the early fucking copies, these big streamers getting the early copies, they don't need them. They don't need that extra money. They're making tons of money anyway. They're doing it for greed. That's why they're doing it. Don't fool yourself here. They're doing it so they can roll in the fucking dough and keep that gravy train going. Me, I gotta do it just to fucking stay afloat.
And just look how rarely do I even get anything early. I haven't had an early copy, or even I haven't had a free copy. Fuck, I can't even remember the last one I got. It's been like a year. The best part is I just saw, there was a YouTuber the other day who's moving, right? Moving across the country. And he says, and this, by the way, of course, this guy has tremendous views. And he posts up on his Twitter account, oh man, I had these free copies of games that I got, and I never got around to playing them because I've been so busy. Here, look, they're still sealed. I'm gonna give them away. Copies of like Resident Evil 7. He had a copy of Persona 5. He had a copy of fucking like Neo. These are games he didn't even play. He got them for free in advance as review copies. He didn't even play the games. They just sat around collecting dust. And I was giving them away like months later. It's like, wow, those were productive. Really glad those companies gave him those games. He really deserved them.